Why Nigerians are expecting much from the Nigerian Football Federation. News also came out concerning Yusuf, talking about Salisu Yusuf and also the likes of Nduka Ugbade, and not forgetting Fatah Amao, including Ladan Bosso. We'll be looking at the fact that Yusuf Bosso Ugbade, they have been shortlisted also as the coaches of Chan Eagles, not forgetting Flying Eagles and Golden Eaglets. Which is that I want to welcome you onto the show, rather. 360 Sport on Trust TV. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Joining me, as usual, is Olawale Peters.
Good evening, Adeni. It's a pleasure to be here.
Good. The story I was about, at least opening up there, is about the home Eagles and also Flying Eagles, not forgetting Golden Eaglet. Well, while we were talking about the Super Eagles in the morning, now it's in the evening. Let's talk about the Chan Eagles, where we have players that play here in Nigeria and also in Africa that play Super Eagles home matches. We call them Chan Eagles. We also have Flying Eagles that will be coached by Ladan Bosso, to be assisted by Fatah Amao, according to the way the news is flying around. And also not forgetting Nduka Ugbade. Right, he was the assistant before behind Fatah Amao, but now that Amao has moved up to join Ladan, he will be the chief coach. Well, a lot of Nigerians are like, why Salisu Yusuf again? But some are saying, okay, because he got he was able to win silver for Nigeria at the Chan competition. Some are saying, okay, he has the ability to read games. Some are saying, well, he's close with the NFF and all that. But people are saying, we have other coaches. Why don't we just change something now?
He has the ability to read games, but he couldn't read the game between Nigeria and Ghana because he was there.
Maybe he was reading and he was giving his own advice and maybe they were not listening to him.
They're not listening to him. Sincerely, I think so far so good. I don't have a problem when it comes to that because we're talking about developing our talent locally. Salisu Yusuf, he has been doing that well. Let's give it to him. He has been with Kano Pillars for a very long time. He has been with Nigerian Professional Football League, so he knows the game, the league in and out. He knows the players. So on that one, I don't think we have an issue. But basing the judgment or the reason why he was appointed because he won silver, we shouldn't be celebrating that. Sincerely, we shouldn't be celebrating that. The target should be we want to dominate Africa in the Chan and competition for the next 4-6 years. That should be the mandate, and there should be a handshake between whoever the NFF, the deem fit, to give the Super Eagles coach and the Chan chief coach, because we need to migrate some of these our local home-based players to the Super Eagles. Yes. Not that what we have currently now for the past 8 years, that we have only 3 local players that featured in the Super Eagles, and they are not even theirs. They are just making the numbers. Just to make the numbers. So we shouldn't be having that. We shouldn't be having that. We should be having at least minimum of 30% of local players. That the last time we won Nations Cup, 2013, who scored the winning goal for us? Sunday Mba of Mfanyi Mba. That is it. That shows that we have local talent. We have people that can do this job, but we're not giving them the opportunity. These are the people that are hungry for success. These are the people that they are ready to fight for their fatherland. These are the people that they are really looking for that opportunity to showcase their talent, that, oh, I am better than those of you in Europe, but I don't have the opportunity. So we shouldn't deny them that opportunity of showcasing their talent, of representing their fatherland or their country. So that, I think, we need to look into also. There should be that handshake between the Chan and the Super Eagles for migration. Then for Nduka Ugbade, a very good development. He won gold medal for Nigeria, I think, in 1985. So having him as a coach, this is something that he has won before.
Let me show his experience.
Let me show his experience, and he has been an assistant for a very... So that shows that, you know, one good thing about us in this country, we know the right thing.
But we do it.
We know and we choose when to do the right thing and when not to do the right thing. This is a good succession planning from Nduka Ugbade to Ladan to Salisu. Very, very interesting. But when it comes to the Super Eagles, where they pay in dollars, where the money is, that is when you see a different thing entirely. I'm being sincere with you because this process is an open process. It's a very good one. I know a lot of people who have this mindset that probably Salisu Yusuf is very close to the NFF chairman.
That's why they have to.
meet. But as far as I'm concerned, when it comes to local and domestic league, he has more experience than any of the other coaches that we have.
So maybe that's why they are.
That is why they are still giving him the. That's my own opinion. So I think it's a very good one. But I think the same thing should translate, the same process, the same criteria, the same succession planning should translate to the Super Eagles. That we are lacking everything. Then for the Golden Eaglet also, there should be that plan that from Golden Eaglet to Flying Eagles, from Flying Eagles to Super Eagles. And we have to be careful about the age issue. Things are changing now. That's the truth.
So much technology that at least...
That's really, yes.
The more you lie, the easiest way to even discover that you are lying, because number one, even the football will tell you, the ball is getting so fast, the speed. Now, the Arela, the one they just made for the World Cup, you know how many, the calculation per seconds. So you that you are saying you are 42, you are claiming 32, 10 good years. By the time the ball moves, for you to that 10 years lie that you actually told, you run after it and let's see how you can catch up.
So I think it's a very good one. And to start out with the Golden England, and I think we need to reintroduce the principal game that you used to play in those days. The Nuga games also. These are an avenue for us to get the local talent, catch them young. Then we need to also have more of what do they call it? Academy, football academy in the country. The likes of Mighty Jet, Greater Tomorrow, Pepsi Academy. We need to have more of them so that they can pick all those young.
I think I discovered something. We have a lot of academy in Nigeria, or academies, but the problem is, you know, politics is so deep into our football that if in this Abuja alone, by the time you check how many academies are in Abuja, you'll be shocked. But the problem is, most of these academic players, the target is Europe. The owners' target is Europe to make money, to make market. But now, if you have a player that is outstanding in your academy, what would you do to get him to maybe flying Golden Eaglets or Flying Eagles or Eagles? In fact, let's even stand at Golden Eaglets. You know how much you're going to spend before that player will be able to make the call.
Spend for...
Oh my goodness. You are talking as if you are from Afghanistan. Well, seriously, we know what is the Nigerian the football or sport politics is just to kind of interwoven that you cannot separate the politics from the main sport. We
can separate.
So painful.
We can separate it if you have technocrats. People that really understand the game of football or sport, running the affairs of not when
the problem is, would they allow these technocrats to do the job? Even at times when you put the technocrats there, they will interfere over them. They will not allow them to do, just like you used to say, when you appoint somebody, give them the chance to do the work you give to them. But now you put somebody, okay, come and do this, and the person gets there, you are the one that is still calling the shot. That person is just there to earn money.
The way we can get it right is very simple. Let's appoint a technocrat there. And by the time they are trying to impose a player, let the person resign and give the reason why it's resigning. Let them appoint another person. It's because we keep quiet too much in this country at times.
Keep accepting it and
just letting it flow. So if you have that, it will get to a situation whereby they will say, no, we can't do this again. Until we get to that situation, I think issue will be resolved. I agree with you. We have a lot of academics, but we don't have the brand awareness like we used to have those days. Anytime they are playing principal cups in those days, even your parents,
they will come and watch.
They will come and watch, or they will tell you that, no, I don't want you to go and watch. And I remember those days in Lagos, Igbobi College and CMS, when they are playing, even the parents will say, no, don't go to school today, because those Igbobi boys and CMS, they are playing, because after the ball,
watch them.
Something will happen. So that brand awareness, we used to have it, but we don't have it again. That's the truth. Then once we have a process that is open, that is transparent, what do I mean? If you want to call player to camp, I don't know, maybe you've done this before. Let's do open camp. If you are having the competition in December, open your camp in June. If you open it in June, have a process for the local players. Let them be coming in, joining, batch by batch, screen them out. At the end of the day, you can still get 2 or 3 people on merit. We may not be able to eradicate the corruption we are talking about. But let's try and minimize it. If you minimize it, okay, we are having a team of 22 players, and about 5 players, they came out and said, I don't know anybody.
I got into this team by merit.
I got there based on merit. It will motivate other people that they don't know anybody else also to do what? To do the same thing. By doing that, people will trust the system, people will trust the process, and we'll see a lot of people coming out to do the right thing. That's what we need to do.
Hopefully, Nigerian can just take a cue from what he just said there. Hopefully, we can get our sport back to track. It's been out of control for a while now. We just have to get it right. We have everything humanly possible to triumph or to prosper when it comes to sport across the world. But from the way we run our sport, we just have to turn it around. If not, we continue to see the same thing every time. We continue to repeat the same mistakes, and we just have to correct it. If you are given the opportunity, make sure you turn things around. We've been looking at Nigerian sport. Issue of Ladan Bosso, Salisu Yusuf, and not forgetting Duka Ugbade. They have been earmarked to be the one to take over as the coaches of Chan Eagles, Flying Eagles, and also Golden Eaglets of Nigeria. We move away from that. We go quickly move straight to talk about a match that will be coming up in the MPFL. Heartland will be playing against Remo Stars. That will be at Dan Ayam Stadium. That match will be coming up between Heartland and Remo Stars. And if you look at the way the table is, Heartland right now, they are down the log table 20, and you have Remo Stars rather, they are standing 4th. So 4th on the log is facing 28th on the log. What a match.
Okay, I think this is an opportunity for Remo Stars to get to the 3rd position by winning today's match. From 35 can take them to 38. So that shows that they are consolidating.
They will be coming 3rd.
Yeah, they'll be coming 3rd. That shows that they are consolidating their position. Then also for the Heartland, I think this is an opportunity also for them.
If they win.
If they win, yes, there's an opportunity for them also to get to either 17. Yes, but they're having minus 18.
Minus 18.
Minus 18. So whatever happens, they'll still be on
19 position.
At least that is still something good for them. That shows that
they are moving.
They are
move
on
with
the same
leg.
point, but on goal difference, they are still 19th position. So I think it's going to be an interesting match to watch. And the good thing about the Nigerian Professional Football League now, we have to appreciate our sincerely. Unlike before the match, we'll have said, oh, Atlant will win because they are playing at home. Remo is playing away. But
this time around,
that's not the situation.
It's different.
Now. It's different this time around. Now we've seen a lot of away team winning their matches, while we've seen a lot of home teams losing or drawing also. And the issue of fans attacking the away team also has reduced drastically. So that's why I'll continue saying this. We know the right thing, we know how to do it, but we choose most of the time not to do it, sincerely.
And if you look at the game, Heartland Remo, you look at Benga Gubote of Remo Stars versus Imama Mapakabo, you'll be wondering what's happening concerning this team. What are they trying? Oh, sorry, that's Abia Warriors anyway. You look at Heartland, the fact that what they are going through, issue of salary or thereabout, but Remo Stars seems to be more formidable in all areas, all facets now. You talk about salary, you talk about good environment, everything is at least at stake for them. They are facing Heartland. But I'm just looking at the player and goes, okay, today we are going to change things. We don't want to be at the bottom of the table, although the match is ongoing as we speak.
Okay, the truth of the matter is what motivates individual differs. That's the truth. But you cannot take one thing away from whatever you think is motivating you. Money. That's the truth. Imagine you don't have money, you don't have anything in your account, and they are asking you to come and play. They are owing you 6-7 months salary. And you are playing against a team that on the 20th or 22nd, they are receiving their monthly allowance. Your motivation will be different.
And even if you are gisting and they are saying theirs, and you feel like, no, I just have to cross carpet to this team.
So that is just the issue. But however, for the people that have passion for what they do, they can do it free. If you have passion for what you're doing, even if they are not paying you, it's something that you can do for free. So the money that is coming is something that is an added advantage that, oh, game of football, most of us, we go to the field, we play for free. Now, somebody is now telling me to come and do what? Play and I'll pay you. It's an added advantage to some people. So it depends on the way they look at it. However, I think it is not a good development in the game of football for you to be owing people salary and you be expecting them
to perform.
It's like you have an organization and you're not paying your staff salary and you're expecting them to be coming to work 6, 7, 8, 9 months afterwards. it's not a very good one. If managing the clubs are too much for most of these state governors to do, we've said it times without number, let them release it. We have a lot of people that are ready to buy this club and transform them sincerely, because that's one of the ways we can develop our football in this country. Let the government release their hold on the game of football. They are using it for political purposes most of the time. Let them release it and let private investor comes in and take it over from there.
Hopefully things will be done right. We've been talking about the MPFL. Heartland will be right now facing Raymond Stars over there at Dan Ayam Stadium. It's a big one there. Raymond Stars, they want to at least add more spark to their point by moving ahead, and also Heartland, they don't want to remain at the bottom of the MPFL. Now let's talk about the big one also coming up. That's the UEFA Champions League match, Real Madrid versus Chelsea. Well, let's start from Bayern. Bayern versus Villarreal. Although Bayern are trailing on a goal aggregate, Villarreal scored a goal last time they met, courtesy of Arnold Danjuma. And you have talking about Bayern in this particular match now. Bayern, Villarreal. How is it going to be at the Allianz Arena tonight?
Okay, sincerely, a lot of people don't even know that Bayern Munich and Villarreal, they are playing. All the noise
attention is on
Real Madrid and Chelsea. The reason, I don't know.
Because of too many things attached.
Maybe we'll get to that later. Okay, but for the Bayern and the Villarreal, I'm sure they shocked everybody by winning their first leg 1-0. And it is going to be the first time in the Champions League
history
matches this season that Bayern will play without scoring any goal
in a match.
So it's very, very unprecedented. So going to Allianz Arena is going to be a different ball game. Sincerely, you know, their supporters, they are always hungry for success. That's the truth. And the players also, they'll be committed. And the Villarreal also, take it or leave it from there. If they continue with the performance, the last time, I think it will be very difficult for Bayern Munich to win them. Sincerely, I'll go for Villarreal. If you ask me, I'll go for them. Why? They shouldn't make that mistake if they want to win. They shouldn't make the mistake or the mindset that they want to go and defend.
At least their coach, Unai Emery, actually told them, come out, play your game. If we can do the way we did the first leg,
we can do better
this time around.
I think that's the mentality. They need to go with a winning mentality. And we're talking about winning mentality because the mentality of an individual is the mentality of the entire team. So all the 11 players plus the substitution, they must go with that winning mentality that we are going to win to this match. We're not going to draw. We're not going to defend.
No matter how strong Bayern is. After all, we beat them in first leg.
That's enough motivation for them that, so we can do this, then we can do it again. So I think it's going to be an interesting match.
So you're standing with Villarreal?
Yeah, I'm standing with Villarreal.
Seriously?
Seriously.
Like how many goals?
Well, I don't want to talk about the goals, so people will not look at me that, have I seen the ball before the match? But I know Villarreal is going to win at the end of the day.
Seriously?
Seriously.
But to be candid, I am seeing Bayern coming out with all cylinder. It's not even firing now. They'll be throwing bomb tonight because they want to make sure they qualify. The shame, they are playing at home, at the front of their fans. Not about Super Eagles now, not the way they did for us. But this time around, Bayern will not want what happened to Super Eagles to happen to them, to Nigerians. So at the front of their fans, they want to be like, no, we shouldn't be beaten here. All we need to do is to at least, let's defeat this guy 2-0 and let them go back to Spain. Okay,
and you agree with me that the Villarreal also will not fold their hands?
Of course,
they won't do that. They won't be lying them. They just come and score. No, it will be fire for fire, and they are going as an underdog. Sincerely, no matter what happens, they have nothing to lose. That's Villarreal. They have nothing to lose to this match, so they should just go in there, play their free game. They shouldn't respect their opponents. But that's another mistake.
The likes of Lewandowski and Lewandowski.
No, you don't need to respect them. You are playing, I'm playing. You are wearing boots, I'm wearing boots. You want to play soccer, I want to play soccer. Mass defense, mass attack. Communication, we get it right. Tactics, we get it right. Then it's going to be a very good one at the end of the day. So I'm still sticking to Villarreal.
Now, let's tilt towards the biggest one. Maybe, I don't know why, like you said, why attention is so much on Real versus Chelsea. Maybe because of so many issues that actually support that. But you look at Real Madrid at the Stamford Bridge. It was a shocking defeat, 3-1. And now they are coming at Santiago Bernabeu, where Madrid stars now, they will not give anything up at all, not to support their team. They want Benzema to at least do the magic again tonight against Chelsea. But someone was saying Chelsea could be like, okay, we know we are trailing, but we can close this gap. We can actually shock them. If they can shock us at home 3-1, we too can shock them. We can come out. And according to Thomas Tuchel, the manager, he says, well, what they need right now is to do what? Is to up their game. The players should change the mentality and believe that they can do it against Real. Okay,
I think one of the reasons why the hype for the match is so high is when you have the current Champions League winner and the most successful
club in Champions League.
When two of them are playing, it's always
expect much.
You're going to get more of this issue. That's just the truth. So no matter what happens tonight, it's either Chelsea that is going out or Real Madrid. You're not losing to anyhow team. If it is Madrid that is winning, Chelsea is losing to the most decorated team in the history of Champions League.
So both of them, they have their pride to celebrate.
If Madrid is the one going out, they are losing to the defending champion. So that's the truth. However, the Chelsea team, they are going to face a difficult mission, not impossible mission. There are two different things. It will be difficult for them
Maybe that's where Tom Cruise got the title of his movie.
So it's going to be a difficult mission, but not impossible mission. Why do I say so? In 2011-2012, Chelsea, they found themselves in this situation against Napoli. 3-1, they lost. At Stamford Bridge, they won 4-1. The same Real Madrid we are talking about, in 2018, they lost 3-0 to CSK Moscow. So from the available statistic we have, it is not something that is impossible. Chelsea have done it before. Real Madrid, they've considered 3-0 before, about two years ago, to CSK Moscow. Who told you that the same thing will not happen? What happens to Chelsea? If you look at the match very well, sincerely, they had the possession, but they didn't make use of their chances. So if Madrid have the same thing will happen. So the game tonight is going to be based on tactics and concentration with communication. Maybe at the end of today's match, Chelsea will be the 6th team to make the history of having lose the first leg, and they now went ahead to overcome it. We have only 5 teams that have done it before in the history of Champions League. The first one, we have Ajax. They did it against Panathinaikos in 1995-1996. Then we have Inter Milan against Bayern Munich in 2010-2011. Then 2008 and 2009, we have the likes of Manchester United against PSG. We have the likes of Tottenham against Ajax, and we had Ajax against Real Madrid. Only those 5 teams have done it. Maybe Chelsea will join the team this time around tonight. Is in the next 90 minutes. Let's see what will happen. But like I said, it's not impossible, but it will be very difficult. Looking at Real Madrid, they've won their last 11 matches. Karim Benzema has scored 11 goals in his last few matches. He scored hat-trick back-to-back in Champions League. So he's in top form. So it's going to be very interesting, but it's not going to be over until it is over.
Carlo Ancelotti, a former Chelsea manager. Thomas Tuchel, we know what he has done since he moved to Chelsea. It's a battle of experience versus determination and grit tonight. Do you see either of them faltering in their tactics or selection?
Okay, I think when I see the lineup, sincerely, if I see the lineup, I will be able to tell you what will happen. The first thing that Chelsea teams needs to do, they need to make use of their 2 wing backs. They need to make use of their 2 wing backs seriously this time around. If they do that one, then they close the midfield. When they close the midfield, they make use of their chances, sincerely. Then their 3 centre back needs to be, they don't need to give room for any error, because we are playing with
an experienced,
very experienced
striker.
He doesn't even need to look at the post before he scores a goal. He knows the diameter, he knows the centimeter, he knows where to put the ball.
Someone that has played with so many stars, so he knows what.
So that is, so tactics will win the game. So seeing the team selection from Thomas Tuchel tonight will determine if they are going there to win or not. I'm expecting an all-out attacking football tonight. Example of what they did to Southampton over the weekend by winning 6-0.
No one actually saw that coming.
I hope they've not scored their goals over the weekend. I hope they've not scored their goals over the weekend.
Because after the loss against Brentford, and it was like, what happened? Then they picked all the pieces and came back to life. Nobody saw that at St. Mary's, you beat them 6-1. What a stubborn team that Southampton can be at times against bigger clubs. But for Chelsea to at least rally around and got six good goals, even though they consider one, but at least that showed that, yes, it was just like we said, I hope they have not scored all the goals.
I just hope they've not scored all the goals.
But who knows? Maybe they are just coming up with the piping of the goals. Maybe
piping of the goals.
Yes.
Let's see what will happen. So interestingly, that shows that they can score 6 goals in a match. That's the truth. So let's see what will happen. Let's see what they're going to do again. But it's going to be an interesting. It's not a match for anybody to miss.
Quickly, just before we go, let's look at some transfer story. Quickly, just we have to talk about a Nigerian who has been doing well for Almeria. It is Uganda division. His name is Sadiq Umar. Valencia are really tracking this Nigerian, a striker. Sadiq Umar has done well for Almeria, but he's a player of Partizan Belgrade of Serbia, and they want to get him to join them in Valencia. But from the way it is, Almeria too are pulling the plug. They want to get him to stay with them permanently, according to the story. Now, the last one is the fact that Lewandowski prefers to move to Barcelona than agreeing on a new contract with Bayern Munich. That's the news coming around that the Polish player will prefer to move to Nou Camp to join Barcelona because he wants to at least have a fresh air and move away from Germany. Well, that's it. Let's see if these transfer gossips will actually come to light. It's been a wonderful time with you. Thank you very much on the show.
It's a pleasure being here.
Good one. It's always business and fitness. I am Adeni Ajishafe. Thanks for watching.